Alright, here's your Unit 2 test review. Again, you can do everything that I'm about to do. You're going to be fine on the actual test on Thursday and Friday. So let's start. Number 1. Triangle EFG has points of E, F, and G. This is E double prime, F double prime, and G double prime. Has points. Okay, name the transformations, plural, because there's 2, it's double prime, that maps EFG to E double prime, F double prime, G double prime. So let's do some of this. We can check 1, but that doesn't guarantee. We have to check at least 2 points. So I'm going to check these 2 points. If I know it works for these 2 points, then I can guarantee it works for all of them. So a reflection over the x-axis means we just change the sign of the y. So E prime is going to be -2, -3. Followed by a translation, x minus 1, y plus 4. So -2 minus 1 is -3. And -3 plus 4 is 1. So that didn't work. So A is not a choice. Alright, reflection over the line y equals -x. If I reflect it over that line y equals -x, you're changing the order and the signs. So it should be -3, -2 for E prime. Followed by a 90-degree clockwise rotation. So 90 degrees, instantly these change places. So the 2 would be up front, the 3 would be in the back, which is not what that says. So B cannot be an answer choice. Let's go with C. Translation x minus 1. So -2 minus 1 more would be a -3. Y minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Followed by a rotation 180 degrees counterclockwise. 180 degrees, we leave this and we just change the signs. So -3 would be a +3. Nope. So that means by elimination D is my answer. Let's do D just to see that it works. Reflection over the y-axis, so that means I'm changing the sign of my x. Followed by 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation. Counterclockwise is -yx, which means it'll be -3, +2. There you go. D is the answer. 2. Quadrilateral WX. Now, if I did this too fast, please go back, pause it, make sure you know. Reflecting over the x-axis, you're changing the sign to the y. Translations, you're just adding and subtracting like it says. Y equals -x, you change the order and the signs. 90 degrees clockwise, change the order and the sign of the x. 90 degrees counterclockwise, change the order and the sign of the y. Y-axis, change the sign to the x. This is all the stuff on the green sheet, guys, that you gotta know. You gotta know it. Quadrilateral WXYZ is shown on the grid. Choose all the transformations that map the figure onto itself. So that means W has to go to Y, X has to go to Z. G is automatically an answer. If I take this shape around the origin and spin it 360 degrees, everything's going back to where it started. So this is 180 degree rotation. Just change the signs, not the order. That means W is going from 2, 3 to 2, 3. See how it went through the same spot. W is going to go to Y, Y is going to go to W, Z is going to go to X, X is going to go to Z. That'll work. If I reflect it over the y-axis, that's what that is. That means W is going to be here. That is not on the shape. This is over the x-axis. That means Z would be here. That's not on W. This is reflecting over the line y equals -x, which is this line here. If I reflect over that line, W is going right there. That's not on the shape. This is rotation 90 degrees clockwise. So W is at -2, 3, so 3, 2, that's not on the shape. Last one, this is over the line y equals x. So here's y equals x. You just change the order and no signs, it's over this line, y equals x. X isn't moving, z isn't moving, w is 2, 3, so it would be 3, 2. That is where w would be, and we can check it with the ruler. W will not go to y. So your only answer choice is the first one and the last one. Be careful with this. A lot of people would automatically jump to W would go to Y. If you fold this paper along that line, W is not going to sit on top of Y. Y is going to be next to W. Alright, rhombus WXYZ is shown. Select all the transformations that will map the figure back onto itself. So again, rotation 180 degrees around -2, -1, -2, -1, right there. If I rotate this shape 180 degrees, look what happened. They told me to put the center of rotation so that my origin is right there. So W is going to go to Y, Y is going to go to W, Z is going to go to X, X is going to, so that's an answer choice. What about 360 degrees around that same point? Yep. Reflection across the y-axis. This is the y-axis. If I reflect over that, this shape's not going back onto itself. Line y equals -x. That's this line, -x. Line's going down. If I reflect over that line, the shape's going up there, not onto itself. Reflection across x equals -2. -2 is right here. If I reflect, W and Y won't move. X will go to Z, Z will go to X. That's an answer choice. Y equals -1. Horizontal line right here. If I reflect there, Z and X won't move. Y will go to W, W will go to Y. Answer choice. Go back, rewatch these, make sure you understand what and why I did what I did. Match the graphs to the correct transformations. This ought to be fun, because there's a lot. There's only 4 graphs, 6 transformations. So let's start. These don't have primes, so there's my first image. This has single primes, that has double primes. So pre-image, image, double prime image. That's going to be a reflection. And then what do you think? Rotation? Nope, if it was a rotation, that's another reflection. Yep, look at that. Y equals -x is the reflection. And this is a reflection at vertical line, x equals 2. So here's x equals 2, y equals -x, so B is going right here. This one, pre-image, first prime, second prime. So that looks like a reflection across the x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. And then a reflection over the y-axis. So reflection x, reflection y, A is going there. This is fun and easy. This one's harder to see. So pre-image, double prime image, or prime image, double prime image. The double prime image is right here. Translation. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 4 plus 2. Both of these say that. And then it rotated. It definitely rotated. Or did it? Reflected over the line x equals -3, or x equals 3, x equals 3 is here. Ooh, they tried to get me. That reflected did not rotate. E goes there. Couldn't rotate because A to A double prime is rotating that way. This doesn't rotate, or this rotation is smaller than that one would have to be. Alright, last one. Pre-image, prime, double prime. This looks like a reflection. It's definitely a reflection. That's not an answer choice. So it's reflection or reflection. Reflection over the line x equals 2. X equals 2 is here. That's definitely not an answer choice. So it's F. Negative x plus 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative x means it's going down. So reflected, reflected, reflected. And then rotation 180 degrees. Yep, 180 degrees around the origin. And we can look at this up. A to A double prime should line up with the origin. A double prime, origin. There you go. Make a straight line. C should do the same thing through the origin. And B should do the same thing through the origin. When you rotate 180 degrees, guys, if they give you points, use a ruler, because they should line up, all of them going through the center of rotation. Alright, choose all rigid mapping rules that hold congruence. This one does. You're just not multiplying or dividing. That one does not. That one does. Just adding. That one does. This one does not, because you can't add x to the y. Multiplying. Nope. And that one does. I'm not multiplying. This is actually a combination. This is negative yx, which is a rotation 90 degrees, and it is x minus 6 y plus 4. So it's a translation and a 90-degree rotation in one. Perform the transformations in the order listed. A is 1, 1. B is negative 2, 0. C is 1, negative 4. Rotate ABC 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin, and then translate it 6. Okay, 90 degrees counterclockwise first. Counterclockwise is this way. So here's A prime. B would be here. And C, 1, 4, so it would be 4, 1. C prime. And then translate it 6 units to the right. So all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's A double prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C double prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B double prime. Here's the shape. Okay, again, best practice is just to do it, guys. Do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's how you're going to learn. Cross the line y equals x. Y equals x is positive. It's positive. Almost made it negative. Here's the line y equals x. A is on the line, A is not going to move. So A is A prime. B is 1 away, so we're going to go 1 this direction, B prime. C is 1, 2 and a half, so a half, 1 and 2. There's C prime. Then translate it 5 units to the left. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's C double prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is actually C prime and A double prime together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B double prime. Here's your shape. Pause, rewind, pause, rewind, pause, rewind. This is what you should be doing until you truly understand what I'm doing. Again, A, B, C. 90 degrees counterclockwise. About the origin. So A prime, B prime, 1, 4, 4, 1, C prime. Reflect across A prime, B prime. Line A, that says reflect across line A prime, B prime. A prime, B prime. It's right there. A prime, B prime can't be reflected. Only C can. So C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1. C double prime. It's going to be perpendicular. Alright. Reflect ABC across ABC again. A, B, C. Y equals X, positive line. C was where? 1, 2 and a half, 1, 2. Here's C prime. Here's B prime. A can't move. A and A prime are the same. Then reflect it across AB. AB. So I'm reflecting C again. Make it perpendicular. C is going to be there. Perpendicular. C prime. Double prime. Sorry. Use tools at your disposal. I want it to be perpendicular. See how these lines right here are perpendicular? You can figure out where C is going to be, making that perpendicular. Best part is yours is going to be multiple choice, so you line this line of ruler. You don't have a ruler, guess what? You have a sheet of paper. You don't have your reference sheet or scrap paper. Just put it up to it find out where it's hitting in your multiple choice answers. Alright, last page. Rotate X, Y 90 degrees counterclockwise around X. Here's X. So I'm making a 90 degree. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There you go. The triangle's just going to be opposite. If that's 3 and 2, 90 degrees is going to be 2 and 3. There you go. That's 90 degrees. Here's Y prime. What is the slope of XY and YX? Well, I know because of this, that means they're perpendicular, so they're opposite reciprocals. And here's my slope. Rise is 2, run is 3. 2 over 3, that means this must be negative 3 over 2. And it is. The line's going down, it's negative. Rise is 3 over 2 is the run. How are they related? They're opposite reciprocals. That's perpendicular. Opposite reciprocals. 90 degrees. If you're creating 90 degrees, you're creating 90 degrees. You're creating the 90 degrees. That means the slopes are opposite reciprocals. They're perpendicular. You just created 90 degree angle. Triangle ABC is reflected across the y-axis and then rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin. If A is located at 2, 6, what would be coordinates? What do we need? The y coordinate. Ooh, this is a good one. Why is this a good one? Because they're asking very specifically, what is the y coordinate? Y coordinate. They didn't ask for the x. They only asked for the y coordinate. Be careful to read the directions. Alright, so A is at 2, 6. The first thing I'm going to do is the y-axis, so you change the sign to the x. There's A prime. Then A double prime was what? 90 degrees counterclockwise around the origin. Counterclockwise, you flip the order and change the sign to the y. So it's going to be negative 6, negative 2. It says, what is the y coordinate? Negative 2. That's your answer, not the x. Negative 2 is your only answer. XYZ is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin, then reflected across the y-axis. If x is located at 2, 6, A again 2, 6. I'm doing the same thing, just in reverse order. Y coordinate. First thing is the 90 degree rotation counterclockwise. So A prime is going to be at negative 6, 2. A double prime, it says y-axis. Y-axis, you change the sign to the x. So it is going to be 6, 2. Y coordinate, 2. Were the coordinates for problem 10, 11 the same? No. No. Why? Because order matters. Doing a different order, you're going to get a different answer. Alright, that's your Unit 3 test review. Watch this video again, and then again, and then watch it again, and then print out this and try to do it on your own. And then watch it again, and then study these and memorize these, and then watch it again. Okay? These questions are very important. Where they tell you to go is very important. Okay? How they ask the questions is very important. Connecting the fact that you just made a 90 degree rotation creates a 90 degree angle. Okay? That's important. Knowing rigid and non-rigid. Now you can't divide, you can't add x's and y's, and you can't multiply. Know how to do it. Definitely know how to do it. This test is not hard if you prepare yourself. If you need anything, text me through Remind.